Have you ever felt like your whole world is collapsing? Like no matter how hard you try, nothing seems to go right?
Today, I want to tell you a story about struggle, hope, and the power of never giving up. Alex had always dreamed of making a difference. Since he was a child, he imagined a life full of purpose, adventure, and meaning. But as he grew older, life seemed to throw one obstacle after another. Projects failed, opportunities slipped away, and the weight of doubt pressed heavily on his shoulders. Every morning felt like climbing a mountain that never ended. On one particularly cold evening, he walked alone through the empty streets of his city. The sky was painted with shades of orange and pink, yet inside, his heart felt gray. He wondered if all his efforts were pointless. As rain lightly fell, he found himself staring at the reflections in puddles, wondering how many more times he could rise after falling. Each step echoed failures past, but deep inside, a small voice whispered, "Keep going, you are not done yet." For weeks, he faced setback after setback. His creative projects, the ones that had once filled him with passion, now seemed to crumble before his eyes. Friends offered advice, but sometimes words weren't enough. He questioned himself endlessly. Am I really capable? Is it worth it? There were nights he sat in silence, staring at the ceiling, imagining a life where he had given up and everything was simpler, but empty. One morning, Alex decided to try something small. Not the big project he had been obsessing over, just a single, tiny task he could complete before noon. It seemed insignificant at first, but as he finished it, a spark ignited inside him. That small achievement, that tiny victory, reminded him of the feeling of progress. And just like that, he realized the journey wasn't only about big milestones, it was about these small, steady steps. With renewed determination, he started taking small actions every day. A page written, a sketch completed, a call made, each one a whisper of hope in the darkness. Slowly, he noticed a change. His energy returned. He began to see possibilities where he had only seen walls. The sun seemed brighter, his steps lighter, and his mind more focused. Each challenge became less intimidating, each obstacle more surmountable. Yet life had a way of testing him still. A major opportunity arose, one that could finally prove his worth. But with it came a string of unexpected problems, technical failures, misunderstandings, delays. It felt like the universe was conspiring to see him fail. He felt the familiar weight of despair pressing down. For a moment, he thought about giving up, but he remembered the tiny victories, the mornings he had forced himself to rise, the small steps that had built this path. And he whispered to himself, "Not today, not now. I will finish this." Slowly but surely, Alex tackled each problem one by one. Patience, persistence, and focus became his allies. The setbacks that once seemed insurmountable now became lessons in disguise. With each solved problem, he felt a surge of confidence, a quiet joy in knowing that he was capable of more than he had imagined. Finally, the day came when the work was done. The project, once impossible, now stood completed, a testament to resilience and determination. Alex climbed to a nearby hill as the sun rose, golden light washing over the city. He spread his arms, feeling the wind, and understood something profound. Every failure, every setback, every tear had led him here. Each struggle had built the strength he never knew he possessed. Standing there, he realized life would always bring new challenges, but the fear of failure no longer controlled him. He understood courage isn't the absence of fear, but the decision to keep moving forward despite it. He smiled, feeling an overwhelming sense of gratitude for the journey, for the small steps, and for the moments that had tested his patience and resolve. As the city woke up around him, Alex whispered a promise to himself. No matter what happens, I will never stop striving. I will learn. I will grow. Every moment counts. So remember, every small step counts. Every failure teaches a lesson. And no matter how dark the night seems, the sun always rises. Subscribe to Bittersweet Moments, and let's continue discovering stories of hope together.